Okay, you guys, we are back with another video. In this video, guys, we are gonna talk about Kanye West and Bianca Censori allegedly will be renewing their vows in Paris, Italy, amongst friends and family. Now, if you guys have been keeping up with my channel, you guys would know it's not the first time we're hearing this, right? But I must say this one, I want to believe it. Why I want to believe this one is because Ye has been working on himself, as you guys can see, and he made a post a few days ago. I think it was the 1st of January where he said, good behavior this year, he promised, right? So he's promising us that he's going to be on his best behavior this year. Not only that, he had Christmas dinner with Kim, the kids, and the family. And we have seen his family. He has been spending time with his family, him, Bianca, and Bianca's family. So there's a healing going on for Kanye West. No, we've heard of this in previous years. We just have never seen it happening. And I believe that the reason behind that could have been, him just not being the best version of himself at the time that he wanted it to. Because you guys know that we saw him trademarking quite a few trademarks for quite a few products, and we never saw some of those products coming to fruition. But this time around, Kanye West appears to be working on himself and is putting in the work. We got from valid source, I got the information from valid source that Kanye is over here. I'm going to tell you guys that Kanye is over here. Kanye is on this channel. And quite a few of you guys know that as well. When I spoke about Kanye going to that wellness retreat, and I said that wellness retreat is not good enough for Kanye, he needs more than that. And I pitched out a few suggestions. He's looking at suggestions and he's on treatment and he's on schedule with his treatment, and he has future plans for future treatments. He's going to go deep into natural medicine, and not just for himself. He wants to do this for other people who are battling mental health challenges. So I'm learning that he's going to team up with a few verified people who have been in the business working on natural medicine. He wants to work with these people to get their product out there to help others like himself. Kanye is on a new path. He's on a new journey, and he's focusing on his healing because he has now realized that he needs to be the best version of himself, not only for himself, but for his kids. And I'm learning that he was awakened to his senses through his daughter, Northwest. I'm learning that North had a very good conversation with her dad, and North level of intelligence, based on my understanding, she is wiser than her years. And I'm learning that when North sits and she speaks and she's serious about something, she has her thoughts together, she has her points together, and she's just very articulate in expressing herself, and she was able to get that word through to him, and his wife was there. So he was rather impressed, and he definitely agrees with his daughter North, because I'm learning that it is his daughter who was also been saying to him, he has amazing ideas, and he has long had amazing ideas to treating himself and getting the treatment that he needed. But for some reason, he just has never taken the steps towards getting those treatments. But I must say that I did learn we're in 2026 now. I did learn back in early 2023 that he wanted to work with a company that did medical mushroom. You guys know that mushroom is really good for multiple things. if you have, I can tell you for me, because I don't want YouTube to come for me. So let me use my experience with taking mushrooms as an example. And while I'm using my experience, let me just grab a bottle as proof that I'm not lying to you guys. Man, I love this brand, but I hate that I'm giving them a free plug. But their product sells because sometimes it is out of stock on Amazon. That's how good it is. This is Sacred 7 mushroom, right? So this has what? 8 or 9 different mushrooms. I have thyroid, so sometimes my sight, like fine prints, I can barely see them after doing this. And the company that I got my glasses from, they gave me a shitty pair of glasses that cost a lot of money. And I'm just like, I can't do. So this has turkey tail, it has reishi, it has lion's mane, cordyceps, chaga, and some others. When I tell you guys that this is one of the best mushrooms that I've come across in all my life, and I can show you my Amazon shop history. I've bought quite a few, but none of them, in my personal opinion, compares to this. When I take this, my hair just grows. It just grows, and I'm not talking about just the hair on my head. Already I have good genetics when it comes to hair, right? I have really good genetics. My family is a mixed, they're mixed, but I have good hair, thick, fluffy, long hair, and I've shared a few photos on here when my hair is long, right? But for some reason, because I've had the long hair for most of my life, as I get older, I love to keep it short and I love to play around with my hair. So the mushroom, it grows my hair rapidly. I remember when I was cutting my hair, like when I used to go to the salon every 2 weeks, and the hairdresser used to cut my hair, and she's like, "What's up with your hair? It seems as though the more I cut it, the more your hair shouldn't be growing this fast. What's going on?" And I tell her, "It's a mushroom." And she recommended it to a lot of clients. When I was on the mushroom as well, I don't have the sleep disturbances. You know how thyroid makes your eyes bulgy? My eyes are relaxed. My focus, my concentration is up. And there's another thing that the mushroom does as well. This one, I'm going to tell you this. It's 3, but I realize when I take 3, I have an headache. That's for me. But if I take 2 and move on to a second bottle and start taking 3, I'll not have the headache. But I'll tell you this. I noticed that after taking the 5th or 6th bottle consistently, I started connecting to my higher self, and it's scary as fuck. I start connecting to my higher self, and it's scary as fuck. Excuse my language. You'll start getting downloads. I kid you not. And this was what made me know people cannot sell their soul. And I was sitting here one day and I was reading something on social media about, Kanye sold his soul, and immediately something said, you can't sell your soul, you can't sell what, and the information just kept coming in. Clear explanation as to why you can't sell it, because it doesn't belong to you, and when you die, it goes right back to where it's from. No one cannot trap your soul. They can't. As a matter of fact, the other people, the dark side, they are afraid of your soul. And that is why when you detach from earthly things and focus on your spirituality, they become very fearful. And this is why they keep playing games with us and keep distracting us. And they will tell you that this is harmful. Like they'll tell you, if you go too deep in meditation, yes, it can be harmful, but But meditating heals, but you should not racha meditate. And when I say you should not racha meditate, what that means is that you shouldn't just get up and meditate and be out there meditating just like that, because you will flow off into other dimensions and other things will come into your body at that point, right? So you can't be out there racha meditating. You have to fast and pray. There are specific guidance to meditation, and it is in the Bible. Okay? So it works, especially if you have brain fog, because I have Graves' disease, and you guys know I spoke about the insomnia. And that is one of the reasons why the insomnia is bothering me so much, because I'm out of this. It like, guys, when I tell you I buy supplements, I spend hundreds of thousands of dollars buying supplements. Maybe if it wasn't for supplements, I wouldn't be alive, and I'm not kidding you, because they don't give you anything to sleep. None of the specialists do. None, because they keep telling me you have one problem, and it's a Graves' disease. And if we fix the sleep, we're not going to see what is going on with the Graves' disease and know what to fix. None of them. Someone had recommended that I needed to see a psychiatrist for the anxiety. Yes, I am on schedule to see one, but they know the anxiety is caused from the Graves' disease. But the schedule for the psychiatrist is just to ensure that there are no underlying triggers there, right? So it's like ensuring that they're covering all grounds, but they know it's the Graves' disease that's causing it. They know, because once the levels are really off, the anxiety gets so bad, right? But someone is eavesdropping on me. I don't know. And this is why I tell you that this will make you have a bit of a sixth sense too. I kid you not. It's not going to give you that. You'll never have that psychedelic mushroom experience, because this is like a medical grade. So I'm learning that Ye wants to work with some companies to work on these products, and he's in communication with some of them. I heard this all the way back in early 2023 that he's working on with some companies. And if Ye is traveling to China, Korea, and all those places, they dive in natural medicine. China has natural medicine hospital. You can go to a hospital where you only get natural medicines. They have all the medicines, but you can choose when you're signing that form, your IV, everything you want, the natural medicine. They do have that in China, Japan, Korea, some of those countries. I know that Germany is doing a lot when it comes to medicine. I read a lot, guys. I read a lot and I research a lot. I know Germany is doing amazing when it comes to medicine, right? So I don't know how far they are, but Germany is doing some surgeries that no other countries are doing. And Iran is also doing surgeries that no other countries are doing. A twin from Jamaica, most recently, a Siamese twin, they most recently did one of the deadliest surgery that had like less than 10% chance of survival. The girls did survive, but one of them have a heart problem and will need a heart transplant. But there's going to become a time when people are going to be able to live with artificial hearts. And I'm not talking about pigs and stuff. It's there in the Bible, when people are going to use it's going to be like a computer part. They're going to figure it out, trust and believe. Do you know how you have these pumping stations that pumps the water? They'll be able to do that for the human body in the future. And this is why they tell you that AI is the mark of the beast. And it's because of the things that it's going to be able to do in the coming years. You think AI is doing something now? It's not doing anything. It's going to literally become a part of people. Literally. You lose an eye, you're going to get something that looks like an eye and it's going to be AI. You lose an arm, you're going to get a robotic arm that will be able to do a lot of stuff. It's going to be your phone, your computer, and everything in one. So, yeah, that's for that. But to my subscribers who are accustomed to my channel, they know that's how I operate over here. I don't just push information in their faces. A lot of people, they want the fast talk and the this and the that, and this is going to happen. No, I try to keep it as organic and as healthy as I can over here. And I try to teach and educate and help in the process. So Kanye is working on himself, and he's working on himself overall, not just one way. And I'm learning that he has plans for a grand wedding in Paris, Italy. And it may be the same venue that he got married to Kim Kardashian, allegedly. But that's all I have to share in this video with you guys. Peace.